Okay, now I'm just going to paste in our prompt and let's see what ChatGPT gives us. Okay, so it started off with a title, Beginner's Tennis Tips, a comprehensive guide to getting started, and it's divided it into one, introduction, two, essential equipment, three, basic techniques, four, footwork and movement, five, strategies and tactics, mental aspects of tennis, practice drills and exercises, resources and next steps, and the conclusion, which is nine in total. And inside each part, again, it's separated it into a few things like introduction is separated into a brief history of and origins of tennis, and then we have basic rules and terminology, and under essential equipment we have racket selection, proper footwear, and basic techniques. And then it's given us a few points under each subtopic as well, so we know exactly what we want to write or exactly what to write if you're having trouble getting started. So I'm just gonna go through this outline, but one thing I'm finding about this is I feel like it's not detailed enough of an outline. So what I'm gonna do is prompt ChatGPT to elaborate on each point. Uh, in a more detailed way. Oops. Okay, so it's given us a nice paragraph for each uh, point instead of just a couple of points. And I'm just going to read out the introduction because I just want you to see how well written and how much research and how much like facts. It's not skimming the surface. It's really going in and it's really adding that value to the project or the presentation. So I'm just going to read this out loud. So we have introduction to tennis and we have brief history and origins of tennis. So tennis has a fascinating history that dates back centuries, originating from a game played with the palm of the hand in 12th century France. Wow, tennis was once played with the palm of the hand. I did not know that. It gradually evolved into the sport we know today. The modern version of tennis emerged in the late 19th century in England, where it gained popularity among the upper classes. Over time, tennis became more accessible to people from all walks of life and is now enjoyed worldwide both as a recreational activity and a competitive sports. And it's given us basic rules and terminology, so let's just go through that. Tennis has a unique set of rules and terminology that beginners should familiarize themselves with before stepping onto the court. This includes understanding the dimensions and layout of the tennis court, which is divided into service boxes, baselines, and sidelines. Additionally, learning the scoring system is crucial, with points progressing from love, which is 0, to 15, 30, 40, and finally the game winning point. Terms like deuce, advantage, ace, double fault, and lead are also essential to grasp for effective communication and understanding during gameplay. So I've noticed that it's given us a bunch of terms here. So let's see if it's used these terms or explained these terms in any part of this presentation outline that it's created. So we have grip and stance, forehand and backhand strokes, serving technique, footwork movement, court positioning, shot selection, playing strengths, mental aspects is not going to be in there. Warm-up routines, skill building drills. Okay, it hasn't generated, so let's just go continue generating. resources and next steps. Continuing education recap of key takeaways. So it doesn't have, or it's not explaining the words juice, advantage, ace, double fault, and lead. So like that's something that you can go on to explain or expand on in basic rules and terminology. But of course, it's giving us a nice start or a kickstart to work with, and I think that's really important when you're starting a project or you're starting a presentation or a project, because it can be difficult to get going and know how to write, how to present your paper, and how to outline everything. So it's really nice, and it's really advantageous because it saves you a lot of time on figuring out what you want to write and how you want to structure your presentation, because it gives you that outline. But of course, you can always adjust it, and you can always edit it according to your needs. And yeah, I think it's really good. It's a really good start.